Never gonna play it again.
Hello there, welcome to the Club Nintendo level 157. Join us today, Mr. John Armour. Welcome, John.
Yo, Tim, how's it
How's-
hanging?
Evidently, I'm not going to play 3DS ever again, according to John here.
I don't think you will.
I think I need to finish Xenoblade 3D, which is on that console, which I'm a good way into. So I think I will at least finish that game. And
Okay.
3D Land, I may boot up again at some point, because that's a great game. But anyways, Aaron, how's it going?
Pretty good. So speaking of the 3DS, I actually was forcing myself to play my 3DS today, just because I knew it had been so long, and I was playing some Fire Emblem.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Every once in a while, I see the red light flash at me, and then I plug it back in to charge it back up.
Oh, mine's so dead. It's been dead.
I charged up my Japanese small 3DS as well. I'm not sure what I will do with that one. But anyways, I've mainly been playing the Switch because why would I play 3DS when the Switch just came out and we have this amazing Zelda game and all sorts of other great things on it, such as Fast RMX, Shovel Knight, which we are going to be doing an interview with the Shovel Knight devs. I believe next week. I got to get that confirmed. But
I'm playing the game. I'm playing Shovel Knight as we speak.
John, stay
But
focused.
I can multitask.
I could die if I tried to multitask.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Trust me. I'm not playing for. I'm not playing for like high score. I'm just playing. This
So
game's
at
it looks
the
so
end
good.
of today's episode, we're going to be going over the first spoiler part of Zelda on the first temple that you'll run across in the game. So we're going to save all that for the
Possibly.
very end of the show.
Yeah,
Your
possibly.
first one.
I think 99% of people will, because they do bug you in the game to go to this place first. So
Mhm.
that's why I would call that. Most people would probably encounter it first, but maybe not. We will of course say which temple it is when we get there.
Yeah, you can turn it off if you don't want to hear it.
So yeah, but we will not do spoiler stuff up until then. We'll try to be as non-specific about Zelda as we can, with still having a good discussion. We'll see how we do with that. But first off, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we've got some new information, guys. Some cool stuff here. Did
Did we
you
get?
guys see
I, I
this info yet?
I saw the trailer. I didn't know there was new information in it. Was there new information?
Yes. So first off, everyone's favorite characters in Mario Kart, Mii's, are back. It's big news, guys.
I
Is that
never
new?
even used one.
That was not known up until now.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a character unlock now for acing all the 200cc cups, and
So a new character?
I can spoil this character if you'd like. It was in the trailer, I believe.
Just yeah, tell us.
Gold Mario.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's okay. Dang, you got to beat all the 200 cc's to get gold
Yeah,
Mario.
that's gonna be tough, man. I don't think I can do that. Like that'll
Those
be
are
a lot.
hard, yeah.
I never did that on the Wii U version.
Yeah, I could barely beat a
And,
couple of them.
In battle mode, we'll have the return of Shine Thief, which was in the Double Dash game, and also have a new mode called Renegade Roundup. So this mode has one team trying to capture the other and put them into jail before time runs out. The opposing team must try to escape and can break their own teammates out of prison by pressing a button under the jail cell. Which it looks actually like a pretty cool mode for that. So
Weird.
very weird, but they're doing lots with battle mode. Two new modes added to this.
So that's a
And,
part of battle mode.
it's part of battle mode, and then
Okay.
for land play, they've got land play for up to 12 consoles, but every console will need its own USB to LAN adapter. So be ready to have those adapters handy for your get-togethers.
So you have to have. I mean, what if everyone's just on the same Wi-Fi network?
So
You just
up
play
to
on
12
like.
consoles
Oh, so for
in
12
TV mode. In
okay.
TV mode can be connected via LAN play with one or two players connected per switch. So that sounds like potentially 24 people. I don't know if that is if you can have 24 people in one race. That would seem insane.
I
But
think
that's
they're. I think it's probably gonna be 12.
That is the wording.
Yeah, I think it's 12. I think you have the possibility, though, of
okay.
having more than one person playing on one Switch.
And then through wireless play, multiple Switch consoles can be connected to each other, allowing up to 8 people to play in the same room. So, 12 over LAN or 8 over just wireless. So, that's how it's done.
It's a lot of TVs.
Yeah, it's curious that. So, I wonder if you just plug this adapter into the USB-C port, if you could do LAN play in just handheld mode. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like it needs in dock. It'd be in the dock. But who knows? We'll find out, I guess. And then online multiplayer, same stuff as before. And then up to 4 friends can play in a single Nintendo Switch console in TV mode or in tabletop mode. So that's the new info of Mario Kart. So some cool stuff.
So you can do 4-player split screen on tabletop mode?
That must be insanely hard to look at.
That must be, yeah. Like, remember playing split screen on, like, just like a 17-inch screen? Like, how bad it was?
Everyone's, like, huddled around this little...
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's great for single-player stuff on one screen. Or, like, where you're sharing the same game environment, game space, like Shovel Knight does it. But I can't imagine split screen like that. But, yeah, this will be great for get-togethers when everyone has their own Switch for the 8-player local wireless or that LAN mode. That could be pretty crazy at like a PAX East, doing LAN mode. What's next? What do you guys want to talk about next? We got the indie games that got announced at that showcase a while back. We haven't really talked about that yet.
Let's talk about some indies.
Yeah, let's do it. Some nindies.
Nindies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nindies.
What's at the top of your list, Aaron? What's your favorite?
Ukulele.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's hard to beat, man.
That one
Yeah,
feels like it's like a full, like, real...
Yeah.
Not like they're all real games, but, you know, it feels like a more...
Yeah.
AAA release.
They're showing off that list. I'm like, this one seems a little out of place. I'm like, this doesn't seem like an indie game. This is literally like a... You know, it's built like an indie game, but it's there's 5 worlds, they said, and you can expand each world after as they go, and it's a lot of game. There's multiplayer.
Well, the people though, made things like Banjo-Kazooie, so they know about like making full, complete, really like satisfying, I don't know, play experiences. But I don't know. I guess maybe these other ones, the people behind them aren't as experienced. Maybe that's why.
I don't know. The other one, the soundtrack seems really good for that too. Did they announce, is it going to have the 2-player local mode with 1 Joy-Con a person?
I don't recall anything about that.
The multiplayer, they didn't say anything about. They made it sound like it's exactly the same game coming. So
yeah,
I'd imagine if there's multiplayer
they didn't announce the
there.
release date. The other versions are coming in April. I wonder if they're delaying it a bit to throw in some special Switch stuff.
They're probably just delaying it just to port it. I mean, they had a late start on it, so.
Okay, yeah, potentially. I hope they put some Switch stuff in there.
Maybe they will, but they were working on the Wii U version up until a couple months ago, and before they ditched it. So they.
Yeah, I wonder porting Wii U to Switch, how easy they made that, because like Nintendo's doing a lot of that.
Maybe Nintendo might be able to do it easier than other people.
What if they have like a little engine they throw through? It's like, here's the conversion tool for you.
What if they're not even porting the Wii U version? What if they're porting like the PS4 or like the Xbox 360 or whatever, the Xbox One version? And what if they're like, it's easier for us to bring this other version over, maybe.
That'd be weird, but okay.
You never know.
They opened it with a title I'm really interested in. That's SteamWorld Dig 2. Loved the first one on 3DS, and this seems like a pretty great fit for Switch.
What's new about this one?
I'm not really sure, but I know
Okay.
I love the first one, and I've been waiting for a sequel for a while. 'Cause Heist did not catch my attention. This one seems like more of a real sequel, so to speak.
I think Heist is the one I played on Wii U. I think it wasn't super. Didn't really get me. I didn't
Yeah,
like.
a lot of people didn't like Heist. They loved the
Like it,
first one, and I hope this is more of the greatness of that one.
yeah, I never felt like, oh, I really want to go back and
Yeah,
that game.
right.
The game I'm most looking forward to out of all these is got to be well, besides Ukulele. That's like obvious.
Mhm.
Well, there's a couple. Shakedown Hawaii is probably the one I'm really
Yeah.
excited about.
The Retro City
'Cause-
Rampage sequel.
Yes, because I trust this developer because he made Retro City Rampage, and I really really like that game. I'm really excited about this one.
It's
Uh,
April, man. It's next month.
Yeah, it's soon. Looks really good, fast. You kind of run around, shoot 'em up, kind of game. Vein of you know, any pretty much any shoot 'em up from like the Super Nintendo game era. It looks exactly like, and it looks like a lot of fun. You're constantly grabbing weapons, doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
And in Hawaii.
And you're in Hawaii. Yeah, there's probably a pretty decent storyline because Retro City Rampage actually had some story elements to it. So yeah,
That
this
game
is
started Retro
fun.
City Rampage on Wii, right? That's where it, or it
The
ended up there at
Wii,
some point.
it definitely was on Wii. Yeah, it was on 3DS too.
It was, yeah.
I played it on 3DS. Yeah, but yeah, this looks fun. This looks like a good time.
Aaron, do you remember Wargroove? Did that one catch your eye? That's like the Fire Emblem slash something else game.
Oh, I
was that?
do recall that, but yeah, I don't really care much about it.
That one seemed pretty cool. The Overcooked Special Edition could be pretty wonderful. This game has been getting all sorts of awards for being like a really good multiplayer experience, and doing that on Switch is going to be pretty great. There's all the DLC
This is the
included.
cooking one, right?
It's cooking one, yeah. You have to yell at your partner to do a certain thing in the kitchen. Someone's chopping vegetables. Someone's scrambling the eggs. Whatever it is. That would be the first appearance on Club
that was a
Nintendo by Aaron's little puppet.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Squealing.
It's all good.
Yeah, he does not like being put up around
No.
this time in the evening.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And I bought Blaster Master Zero, which I'm enjoying, but it's still very difficult, and I'm kind of stuck on level 1.
What? Level 1?
What?
I need a.
How
I need
hard
to
is
start,
it?
I probably need to start that save over and just like start from the beginning and see if I approach it better. But I'm stuck.
I thought about getting that, but it didn't. I don't know. It didn't look.
It's fun. I mean, the platforming's fun, the shooting's fun, the AC rumble's really, really good. Like, you can feel the bolt leaving your hand kind of thing.
That's weird.
You feel like travel up through, as
Really?
as you're shooting, yeah. It's good.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good game to have on there for some quick playtime, And then what else? Runner 3. What do you guys?
Another runner
And
game.
then we got two. Two is great. One was okay.
No, one was great.
One was great?
Two
Two
was
was
good.
Okay.
One was so much harder than two. That's
yeah, that's
why
why I
I
like
like
two
it
better, probably.
much
It's
more.
probably getting frustrated with one.
2 is the one that's like all 3DS, right?
Yeah.
I think I played 2, or maybe I played 1.
Yeah, these are the games where do you control motion or are you just constantly moving?
You are constantly moving
and you hit
and
a
you-
button.
It's a
Mash.
rhythm.
Yeah.
It's a rhythm thing, right?
Yeah, and you hit the button to jump and then up and downs. Is that right?
You have so you use the 4 D-pad buttons, and then each one of those will do a certain thing, like whether it be jump or shield or something.
Yeah.
And then I think you use a couple of like the other buttons, but it's pretty simple controls because your character is always running forward.
Right.
So
The visuals look really good on this one.
yeah. The one thing I was concerned about this one was the view. It was like
It's kind of like slanted.
yeah,
it's
and
kind of
I
bizarre.
think
I wasn't
that's
sure. Is that cinematic?
That's just because of the graphic choice. I think they're like
yeah.
they want you to see all the stuff they've done. I think. But now they got like I'm watching the trailer now, and it looks like they got parts that are 2D too,
Yeah,
like straight up 2D.
but I think it's gonna be hard with that view, personally.
Interesting. No date. It just says coming soon.
Yeah. And Stardew Valley is a game that's going to be pretty wonderful on this game console. It's going to have
Everyone talks about this game.
multiplayer
What
first
is
Switch.
what is it about? What is this game about?
All right, did you guys ever play Harvest Moon?
Hell yeah, I love
Yeah,
Harvest
Right,
Moon.
that's what it is. It's Harvest Moon, but better.
How's
has-
it better? What's
It's better because it takes Harvest Moon and it builds on it by adding things from other games that people like. For example, you can go out and find a cave, and the cave you can actually explore, and it has monsters in it, and you have to use weapons to kill the monsters and find the treasure in the cave, and then you can go back out and go do your farming and stuff. But it's cool that there's stuff there's more stuff to do, and it's more in depth with how you have to plan out foods to plant on your land, so that way you can grow this during one season and this during another. It's pretty great. I haven't actually played it. I've watched a lot of videos of it and a lot of streams of it, and it looks
Yeah, my experience of it was through Dan Reichert on the Giant Bomb Game of the Year show, and him just gushing over it being his favorite game of last year.
was his game of the year? Is he
It
picked
was
it?
his personally, his game of the year last year. And,
So,
on portable,
If you like Harvest Moon, you'd probably like this game.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Is if you like Harvest Moon, this is
and being portable and everywhere, kind of like the Zelda thing, where it's a game you never want to really give up.
Like Leave?
Yeah, this
yeah.
is kind of perfect, and this will have for the first time multiplayer, and that could be fun. I hope it would be implemented where you have your regular game, and then a second person can just jump in whenever, So
Yeah, how does multiplayer work on a game like that?
I'm
I
also
don't
not sure.
get that. You're not sure? Okay.
I'm actually
I,
not sure.
I could see ways that it would work, because one of the things about Harvest Moon was your time management, right? You had to get certain things done within a certain time period. So but with two people, that would definitely help. If you're on the same screen, sharing that same screen, then it's okay, one person goes over here, you plant this, I'm gonna go over here and get this side ready. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
fun.
cool. The Indie Showcase had a lot of HD Rumble talk. Indie developers are utilizing this, and it is something that sounds like it's pretty simple for them to implement, or at least Nintendo's making it something encouraged, and they're doing it, which is really good, because I was worried this is a feature that might get overlooked, and we just might have regular Rumble games for most of our games. And it looks like HD Rumble may be the go-to regular kind of Rumble, and people that don't use it are anomalies. So,
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, more-
when I first. Oh, sorry. What?
Well, I was gonna say more people probably use it over time, right?
Well, I mean, most of these indie games are including it. I'd say half of them talked about HD Rumble in this announcement. And there's a whole section devoted to HD Rumble as well in that video. Zelda,
don't-
oddly, does not include it. That was too difficult for the developers, I guess.
Well, they were already working on it for how many years? They want to go back and
Yeah.
bug test every HD Rumble scenario that could happen.
Come on. What's a little bit
Give 'em a
more?
break, man.
When did you really need it in the game? I mean,
I'd love to feel
when do you?
the bow stretching back in the
Oh my
Rumble and
gosh.
releasing it.
Wait
You
5
guys
years.
don't know what you're doing, and that's.
Just wait for the HD version of this on the next.
Oh yeah. Is that right?
the remaster.
I am waiting for Skyward Sword HD at some point in the next couple of years.
They won't do that.
Yeah, they will.
They've
They've done Ocarina 3D, Majora Mask 3D. They did Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD. They are certainly going to do Skyward
They
Sword.
did all those because this game wasn't ready yet.
I see them wanting that game to
I'm sure it's going to live on, but it's too
live
soon.
on in the HD version.
like
And Switch is actually a really good platform with those Joy-Cons. They could remake it and make it a better game with Joy-Con controls.
I'd rather them just remake it and add button controls.
Oh, that game's designed for motion, John.
I
Yeah,
know,
the
but
motion.
give me an
That's
option.
what the game's entirely about. So if they could do that with Joy-Cons in a way that's much more natural, I'm all set for that. But anyways. So, guys, we talked about, I think, what happens when you fill up your 12 game slots on your Switch. And someone discovered what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty logical, this thing. Kind of like on PS4, there's like a all. So on Switch, at the end of this 12 icon list, there will be an all software little icon you click, and that loads you into a list of all the games installed on your system, which are listed, sadly, in most recent order as well. I really think that should be alphabetical order, but anyways.
I don't mind like the most recent.
You're a little soft right now. I'm not sure if it's the mic.
All right, I don't mind like the most recent stuff.
Yeah, it's still soft. Yeah.
Any better?
There we
Yeah.
go.
Okay, sorry. I don't mind like the most recent stuff because I tend to know like when I play things, and it's like when I play something, I'll play that for a certain period, and then I'll kind of be done with that game. I might come back to it later, but it's pretty easy for me to look at like a list and be like, if I'm looking for a certain game, oh wait, I played this after this.
I love it for the first 12 on the main screen, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm going to remember the last 12 games I played, right? But for the all software, that's where you get a list of hundreds of games, and I want that more sortable than just your recent games. Is all.
Well, yeah, the thing for me is once you get to that screen where there's all those games, don't you just want to search at that point? Like, don't you just want to like a little magnifying glass you can tap and just type in the name of the game you're looking for? That seems like what I would want to do. That's kind of what I do on my phone. Once
Right.
if it's not on my first page, I'm probably just going to search for it.
Yeah,
See
I mean,
it,
they may add that in the future. But yeah, I'd love more sorting options for that screen. But that's what we
And
do for
folder.
now.
I mean, I love
Folders.
folders.
Yep.
Yeah, folders will for sure come, I think.
Didn't we have to wait for folders on Wii U?
We did.
Yeah. It,
Yeah.
Wii U was very bare bones at launch. And slow.
and slow. I was about to
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
So slow.
Reggie had a interview where he got asked some serious questions, guys.
Serious.
Serious questions.
Yeah.
You got asked
All
if it
the
was hot.
issues that people have been
Didn't you get asked if-
bringing up. So Joy-Cons, they're basically saying, or Reggie's saying, we're in the early days of the launch, so we want customer feedback as much as possible. So he's asking customers to contact Nintendo support for any and all potentials they may have, questions they have on the Joy-Cons. They are aware of the reports, and we're asking consumers a lot of questions about it. They're in a fact-finding mission to find the scenarios and what's happening with that.
Is that a quote? Fact-finding mission.
That is actually a quote.
Nice.
And so we are in a fact-finding mode to really understand the situation and the scenarios. And with that information, we'll look and see what the next steps are.
So personally, I think that they knew about these hardware issues. At some point,
These. Are you referring to just the Joy-Con?
oh yeah, there's more than just the Joy-Con problem with this hardware,
Is
and it doesn't affect everyone. But
there though?
There is. Yeah.
This
Like-
dock thing, I think, is a bunch of hula.
Well, I think that there's some truth to it, but I don't think it affects everyone. I think that maybe some, might have been a little bit, I don't know, like.
I think it got blown
Like
way. The dock
shaken.
thing, I think, got blown way out of proportion.
Yeah, I think it
by
did, but
Lixel, who probably I don't know if they mistreated their console or if they're in one of the few that they're. The thing that I could see happening is if your dock got compressed, maybe, and if they broke it by compressing it, if it was transported with like something heavy on top of it, maybe that side got pushed in, and that could potentially cause problems. But I think most people that just take it out of the box and use it aren't going to run into that issue at all.
Yeah, I think so too, but I have seen some people showing their dock, and it does look slightly, like wedged. And that, like they were saying, just put something in there, it'll kind of spread open a little bit, and then it'll be fine. But
I also think I'm not so sure those little huggy, snuggy things are a good idea because that gives you less room in there.
I think it's a good idea for me because mine was built properly. But
Yeah, mine.
Mine was fine. It's fine. I'm
Yeah.
careful with it, of course, but
Yeah, I'm not like a maniac ripping my Switch and shoving it in and out. Like, you be careful.
Yeah.
yeah, you have to be mindful that you're still dealing with a piece of technology. But
yeah. But I would not put. I don't know. I'd be very leery on modifying the dock because it could.
I wouldn't modify the dock, but there's a lot of like those little socks people are doing. Like,
Yeah.
if you're really
Cause
that worried
damage.
about it,
You could cause damage by putting something in there. That
how would you cause
scratches it.
damage? The
You could put,
with
you
with
could
the
put a
sock?
fabric in there that scratches it without you realizing it. Like not all.
A cotton, like a soft cotton. You really like?
Well,
Or it
Some
just
people were
depends
recommending
on
tapes and
like
stuff
the fabric.
that-
Yeah, like some people put things in there that is like
That's gonna
even
cause an
worse
issue.
than like the plastic that it might be rubbing against.
Yeah, like
I'd make my own. I'd go to like get some like straight up like microfiber and like build it out of microfiber or something. If I was that worried, I'm not worried about it. Like, I don't think it's that.
Yeah,
big.
I think that issue's way overblown. So Reggie in this interview said, again, asking customers to reach out. We have done, as you know, literally hundreds of events, starting with our own activity back in January. Most recently, the various tours that we continue to take the system out on. As soon as I heard this, of course, I asked my teams, have we seen this in our own experience? And their answer was no. So throughout all those experiences, throughout all the docking they've done, they've not seen it happening. So, I mean, I'd imagine developing this console, they'd be taking this thing in and out quite a bit, and they
Yeah.
run across it. And they're probably more. I'd imagine Nintendo themselves may not be as careful as consumers in general. Like, or am I
Well, I'm
thinking? I
pretty
imagine
sure
they're less.
Nintendo's got probably a pretty good R&D department that does like what most tech companies do. They probably have drop tests, and they give it to people and have them try to break it. And I'm sure if it was
They probably have
something
robots taking it in and out 1,000 times over again. Maybe I don't know.
yeah, like I'm sure like when they were designing the dock, like they understood that if the screen is sliding in and out, it might get damaged. So we need to make sure that that's it's designed in a way that that's not really a concern. So I'm sure that would they. It's not like this was. I'm sure someone at Nintendo thought about this before they
Yeah.
before all this.
And then the Stanload's dock, he answered they're ramping up production. It sold out. It was back in stock a couple days ago, so they said they're making more docks
Back in stock where?
on the Nintendo store.
Oh, you can buy it.
The $60 dock.
Oh, it's $60. Oh, just
the
the dock.
dock without the AC adapter or anything.
Doesn't that make it more expensive? Because then you got to go buy an AC adapter.
No, unless you already own an AC.
Yeah, if you already have one.
Like it's
But yeah, but if you're
USB-C,
buying a
so-
second dock, you're gonna need a second AC adapter,
Yeah,
right?
but
If
like
it's-
if you already have like a USB-C thing,
Like
that
I'm
you
starting
can
to
use.
accumulate a lot of AC, like USB-C chargers.
I've heard from some YouTubers that only the Nintendo AC adapter works with a dock. Like a USB-C one will not output to the TV.
What if you got the like 85 watt like Apple one?
Your Switch is gonna
Like-
blow up.
No, the 29. So the 29 watt MacBook one, that's just as good as the regular one, right?
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
because
It's just 29.
The Switch AC adapter is equivalent to 49 watts.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I think that
Yeah.
once you put it into like the dock, it needs more power, and I don't think that.
It does need more power because it's got
Yeah, I don't think
it's got
that
to
one
power
will work.
three USB ports and the Switch
So
and HDMI.
Yeah.
So someone ran a test with the amperage and all that crap. So this battery I picked up here, the RAV Power, which functions also as a USB hub for MacBooks, is a Type C battery. And in the tests, they basically ran side by side with the Nintendo AC adapter. And this is one of the very few batteries that will output the same amount of output as that Nintendo official adapter.
That's
AC
pretty
adapter.
cool.
So it was like $70, I think, $80.
You can
But
get the kind without the hub feature for a little
you
less.
can, but those don't
Yeah.
output as much power.
Oh, because they don't need to be a hub.
Yeah,
That
so
makes
it's just
sense.
and
Okay.
it only outputs that much if you're doing the USB-C to USB-C. In general, USB-C to USB-C will output more, and this one especially outputs a bunch of power. So if you're looking for a good battery, Rav Power, they're like high-end battery, and this is the go-to one to get.
So it's interesting. I'm looking at this one right now, the one that you have on
Yep.
like Amazon. This one is the 20,000 milliamp.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so there was one that I was looking at that is 30,000 milliamp, and I think I go with that one because it's like the same
That one
price.
might be the old generation that doesn't output as high quantities.
It's a
There's a
newer one, and it's like a different brand.
Yeah, be careful. Like Anchor does not output as much power as this one, and the
Let me see
research I
which
found
one
on
it
Reddit.
is.
There's a 26,000 one by Rav Power as well. That is this high-end output node thing. So
So if you're using the USB A ports, it's going to always output less power. But if you have a battery pack that has USB C output and you're using USB C to USB C, that actually will support natively more power. Correct? I think right.
it will, yeah. But not all are treated equal. There was a pretty extensive test on Reddit, going through some of them. But in general, yeah, you're better off for sure with USB-C to USB-C battery packs.
I was kind of testing my battery pack with mine, and it was outputting 2.1 amps. And with Zelda on full brightness, it was discharging much slower than it normally would. So it wasn't getting a charge. It was still discharging, just discharging really slow, which isn't bad.
I think this goes 5 amps.
Half brightness, it was much
I think
better.
this goes 5 amps, and yeah, so yeah, this is like if you're looking for not only playing Zelda but charging it and charging at a decent rate, that's the one to get.
Yeah, when I turned the screen brightness all the way down and the volume all the way down, it would charge while playing, but really slowly. So,
and then I also picked up on eBay a wonderful MacBook 29 watts adapter, which I love this little guy because I can use this little extension cord with all my other Apple products. The little thing there.
be careful. Is it legit?
It's a legit one.
Yeah, you gotta be
It's got
careful
the
with
Apple. It's very legit, John.
Did it come in Apple packaging?
It came in Apple box. It says designed by Apple in California. It was like $35, I think.
Did someone steal it and put it on eBay?
No, I think it's just refurbished. But now I'm basically very ready, John, for when one day my MacBook Air needs replaced and I eventually get a MacBook. I have a charger already. This battery can charge that MacBook. Like I'm gonna be all set. I got my USB-C cables. And for people looking for recommendations of USB-C cables, Anchor, they give you this awesome little pouch thing, magnetic cap pouch, and this little red cord with black. It's perfect for Switch. So if you're looking for a good USB-C cable, I'm a big fan of this little Anchor cable. So, anyways, any more gear talk you guys want to dive into?
Have you guys picked up? Well, I know John has that one carrying case. John, Tim, do you have a carrying case?
I do. I have the official Nintendo carrying case.
Yeah, but I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it.
You don't.
You're not digging your case.
I'm not
Which
digging
one
my
do you
case.
have?
I got
You
the
have-
Sheikah one.
Yeah,
from
the Sheikah one.
special
Okay,
edition.
so that's what I wanted to talk about because I've heard from everyone that has that they hate it. They're like, I like the like the idea of it. They're like, I like to have this thing. It's like a Zelda thing. However, the practicality and the use of it when you take it out in public, it looks like you're carrying around.
It looks like you're carrying around a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't like that, and so they just don't.
So,
use it.
Aaron, the $20 official Nintendo case is amazing because it has a built-in tabletop node stand thing. So, anytime you're traveling,
Yeah.
you have this really sturdy stand. And there's also there's 5 game case slots as well as a little mesh thing if you want to store stuff in there. But if you look up, this is at the
Yeah,
screen
I
here.
think I want Tim's.
Yeah, Aaron, you see this?
Well, yeah, that or
it's so legit.
The one that I was looking for, or that I was looking at, is the other one, the like Nintendo one, but it's like the like big case, the one that fits everything. Your
The dock
controllers,
and everything. That
yeah,
seems
all of
like
that stuff.
crazy amount. Like
The one that carries the dock and everything.
Yeah, well, because see, I actually do a lot of traveling, go over to friend's house and take my Switch and stuff, and
Oh,
so
okay, that
it
makes
would be
sense,
perfect for me to have my second dock and just always stay in there, and I could just throw the system in and go.
You need to just get friends who have Switches, I think.
yeah, there you go.
See, what the problem is, everyone's trying to get it right now, and I'm the only one
know.
who has it.
Yeah. And then I use
Yeah.
Waterfield Designs has these gear pouches, and that's what I use to transport my battery and power adapters and cables and stuff. So that it just all goes in here. So. And then
Yeah, definitely in the market for a new case. I'm not digging the Sheikah one.
yeah, you should. Yeah, I think that Nintendo case is one of the best ones out there. It's very subtle, like the branding's not very in your face about it.
Is it a hard outside or is it a soft outside?
It's soft. I mean, it's hard. It's leather. It's like a harder leather.
Hard like so it's leather.
Well, pleather probably.
Leather, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, nothing's gonna stab through it to scratch it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then what else? Oh, 12 South makes this dock that you can use as a USB-C dock if you want.
I own that dock.
I do too. The elevation dock, that's what it's called, right?
I have the high rise, it's called.
Or the high rise, sorry. Yeah, the high rise dock. So if you're looking for a dock that you can just have USB-C charge in while you're doing tabletop mode, that's really, I think, a good way to do it.
It's a decent one. I think it's kind of pricey because for what you get, because it's only
50
one.
bucks?
I think it's like 30 or 40.
Yeah, I remember it is expensive.
And you only get one
you supply your own
angle.
cable.
You gotta supply your own cable, and you only get one angle. Like if you're playing a game, you might want to there might be sun, there might be some light. You might want to adjust it.
Yeah, at the same time, I'm struggling to find USB-C docks that work with this thing.
I'm using. Let me just use I'm using the Hori one right now.
That's one way to go about it, I guess. But I
Each
do
soul
prefer
stand.
the cable is always plugged in, so you just pop it in versus having to plug the cable in separately.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, I'm gonna move around where it is. It's not gonna be stationary. So
Yeah, but yeah, if you're looking for a stationary kind of like you would an iPhone dock, but
you can have a table set up where you always set your switch up and
who
sit
knows?
at.
Who knows?
Whip out your TV.
You're asking good questions. Oh gosh. Any other gear talk, Aaron? Anything you've been tempted to buy accessory-wise or otherwise?
Just looking at these batteries right now, and they're too confusing.
Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah,
There's just so many choices, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, look, people also bought this, and I'm like, well, why'd you buy that one if you had
Instead of this one. Yeah.
And it's like, do you need both? It was one bag.
So, Aaron, I'm sending you the link of the one to get. This is the 26,800 milliamp one. It'll function
26,800.
with the high output. This is
But
the
that's
raw
a lot.
power.
I thought the one that I'm looking at right now is 20,100.
There's a 20,000, but there's also 26,000 one.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
It's the same
Why
company.
is
There's
so
just two
much?
models. of
Oh,
that
okay, I
same
see
good
it.
one.
Why do you-
That one's even cheaper.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Well, if it's cheaper, yeah, it's better. Yeah, I was gonna say unless it's cheaper, why would you get? That's a lot more.
The other one was actually out of stock
Battery.
earlier in the day, so the one I bought is actually out of stock now. So the only one I could actually buy, if you want to buy one now, is be the 26.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. It's 26,800.
Yep.
I might just go ahead and do that.
Yeah, get that. It's probably gonna go. It's gonna be out of stock again pretty soon because these things are flying
Okay,
off.
well, then it's happening.
That's one.
A
Get.
lot of Ethernet adapters have been out of stock on Amazon. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the Switch. I'm just gonna go
I'm
out
for
on a limb.
sure this battery is out of stock because of that. Now, Aaron, are you looking at the Anchor one or the RAV Power one?
RAV Power.
Good, because there is an Anchor one that is that same million. but not
The other brand I was looking at originally was Aukey or something. It's spelled Aukey.
okay.
And they have a charger that is very similar to this one, except it's $10 more and it's 30,000.
Huh.
So
Yeah, I mean,
It has
you
the
have a
quick
MacBook,
charge and
so
everything.
like this thing, Aaron, this battery, if you
Yeah.
you can use those two USB A ports on your MacBook, and
What?
you
Are
can
you
plug a
kidding me?
You can plug a microphone into that battery,
Okay.
plugged in through your yeah, it's like a hub.
Does it charge your MacBook while
It'll
it's
charge your
doing it?
MacBook while it's doing that too. Yeah,
Now that's pretty cool.
it'll give you a full MacBook charge, is what I've heard.
Yeah, the MacBook battery is about
So first off,
4,500
apologize for this little
milliamps.
gear tangent because I love gear. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, that will totally. I'm looking at the link here.
I still need a micro SD card. I think I'm just gonna get 128. I mean, I don't need more than that, right? That seems like a
So
lot.
I have a 128. I spent like $35 on it. I got a
Yeah.
really good deal, and like I feel as of right now that that's gonna be fine for at least 2, maybe 3 years. Like if, and I plan on purchasing a lot of games, and so I don't know. I think it'll be all right.
I think that's I think I might get that. That seems like a lot. I'm not gonna download every game. I'm gonna download a lot, but not every game.
Well, plus by the time like I'm thinking by the time I get to filling up like 120, then like I might be able to throw out some old games. Like, oh, I haven't played this in about a year.
And there is that archive
Yeah,
feature,
yeah.
which works pretty nicely.
Yeah, then that's what I plan on doing is archiving a lot of stuff.
So explain the archive feature to me. What does it do exactly? Does it delete the? It doesn't delete the game. What does it
It
do?
will delete the game, but keep your save. So
And it'll
that
keep the icon on the home screen as well to
Yeah.
remind you that you own it.
and
Oh, okay.
doesn't it
So
put
just-
like
okay.
a line around or like kind of fade it out or something? And then when you select
Right,
it,
yeah,
then
it'll
you
be
can
like
start
grayed.
to download. Yeah.
It just lets you re-download it. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, so you still feel like you own it, and you don't feel bad because you're like on the Wii U, it's like you're emptying out your whole console when you call something. It's like I
It's
don't
like,
know
yeah,
what
you're throwing out the
doing.
garbage. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
bye-bye.
So
Good
now
luck
hopefully it makes you
downloading
feel
me
good that you
again.
still own it. Kind of.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh,
That's a
wait,
nice
that-
feature.
Let's see. That link didn't work for me, Aaron. So
Yeah,
I'm
because
trying-
it was not the right link.
it's like it's a shopping cart link.
Yeah, it was my cart. It was like taking. It's like this looks like my stuff. Yeah.
It's his first day on the internet. It's his
Yeah.
first
I don't
day.
even
on
know how
the
to
internet.
Google myself. I'm like DMX. You guys ever seen that
is
YouTube
not
video? This is
Aaron,
like,
that is
wait.
not the right one.
how is that not the right one?
That is not the right one. Let me get the right one for you.
Whoop,
Good
whoop.
thing I didn't buy it.
It's an $80 battery. Where is it? John,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on?
Oh, so
yeah, you shovel knight in. What are you doing?
I'm playing Fast RMX right now, and it's not really saving my games. I don't think. Right, I keep every day I have to replay this match. That's here, neither here nor there. But we could probably talk about the sales numbers that have been floating around. 1.5 million.
Oh, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the hardware issues. That like
Oh,
Reggie
yeah,
was talking
yeah,
about.
we
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that they knew about these problems from the start, or at least pretty close to release. Like they were very aware that some people may have these issues. Now I think that they decided that they are going to go ahead and release the system because they are not really sure about how to fix the things. For example, I think that the console is built in such a way that the Wi-Fi antenna may be weak because of what's surrounding it, or they may have used a cheap Wi-Fi antenna. And especially with the controller, I think you can tell just by the issues only affecting the left Joy-Con that it is something with the placement of that antenna inside that controller, or it could be like the button layout or anything that's blocking that signal because it doesn't happen with the right one. And I don't know. I'm thinking that since there hasn't been a fix through software or anything, it's probably hardware related. And I'm wondering what they're gonna do. Are they just going to silently, update the controller hardware to where you don't have these problems? And then what about everyone else who has the problems now? Because if it's not fixed now, I guarantee it's not gonna be fixed by software.
You don't think they can do
Just-
firmware updates?
No,
Oh.
I don't think. Well, I think they can, but I don't think it's gonna fix that. I think it's a hardware problem.
I think it's more. I think they can definitely fix it. Probably. I think it is something in software, and Uh, I think it might be more complicated, and they might just not know exactly how to fix it. But I think they could probably readjust the antennas. The how much signal they're putting out, and all that stuff. They
Well, but if they do that, would it affect the quotes for the battery life for controllers that we've been given and stuff like that? You have to consider.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So, Aaron, I sent you the link. I would order soonish. It used to be March 21st. Now it's March 30th for when the shipment is. So
Okay.
they're in hot demand. As the
So-
description says, it's the only portable charger to include USB power delivery. So do the fast charging. So, anyways,
Wait,
You
it's
sure
the
that's
only
true?
one to include what? Because I saw another one that included. I'm pretty sure what you just said.
USB
Yeah.
power delivery PD.
Yeah, there are other ones.
There are other ones. Yeah. Come on.
Okay. But based on Reddit, this is the knowledge I have that this is the one to get. But yeah, this is the hub one. So this one will act as USB hub for your MacBook. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
But yeah, hardware issues. The dock, like, is it just 'cause, I mean, the plastic, is it the material that makes it easier to bend, or like, if this was made of different materials, would that not be a problem? Like a more rigid plastic?
I mean, are they? I mean, I'm sure if it was made out of metal, it wouldn't, be harder. I feel like I don't know. You really think there's a lot of docks out there that are kind of bent? You think
I don't
that's
know.
really a
A
thing?
couple at least. I am more concerned about throwing this in a suitcase at this point.
What, like the dock just by
Yeah,
itself?
I'd be very concerned about throwing it in a suitcase and traveling with it, and then not getting squashed by stuff.
I didn't really play with the dock. All I really did was just literally set it in my cabinet. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
really,
what I did too.
I didn't really feel like if it felt cheap or like if it didn't feel like it was like, you didn't feel like I could bend it really. I didn't know if.
Well, yeah, I mean, now that these reports are out, initially I was thinking like, oh, you could probably just throw this in like a suitcase, but I'd be concerned it gets squashed and not functional at that point.
Well, yeah, if your suitcase is going through the airport, I wouldn't trust
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
I saw somebody modified and gutted it and made this little travel dock that like you just plug stuff into. It's this little tiny iPod sized thing. There's all the ports, kind of designed for travel. He did like
That's
a 3D
cool.
printer thing. Yeah, that seems interesting. But for travel, I'd just like Nintendo to release some way to plug a cable that I can just plug into my hotel TV. It's like an HDMI cable with a breakout thing for power. But
Probably be some weird hacks down the line.
yeah, I don't know.
Some Amazon hacks.
Nintendo could release something as well. That could be a thing.
As far as hardware issues, I'm having personally on mine Wi-Fi problems. It can't find like some of my networks. I have a couple networks set up. It can only find the one that I don't want it to join, which is convenient. Like it's kind of weak signal. I'm up in my office now, and it can't even join the no network it knows in my house. So it's kind of it could definitely use some tweaking as far as the whatever how they're doing this Wi-Fi on here.
If
It needs a boost, that's for sure.
Yeah, if any of the problems is like software related or can be fixed through software, I think that the Wi-Fi issue is it, because I heard from a lot of people in the first few days they were having Wi-Fi problems like you, John. I was not having any, and then I started to notice recently in the past few days that they're starting to show up where it will take longer to join like a network that I have saved, or it won't do it at all, or it'll just get really weak signal. And my router is right here. It's a little more than arms. A little more than arms reach away, and it gets really bad signal if I'm sitting here in like handheld mode.
Yeah, I mean, I got like literally two other devices sitting next to me that can have no issues finding the same networks and no signal problems. So hopefully they start getting diagnostics. I don't know if I'm hoping the system's grabbing diagnostics and sending it to Nintendo. Maybe
Yeah.
that'll help a little bit, but yeah. It's I'm a little not super concerned, but I'm hopeful it's something they'll address pretty soon. I still wouldn't like go tell my friends don't buy a Switch because of it.
Yeah,
Right.
like people have been asking me about all the problems, and they're like, would you say not to get one? I'm like, no. It's there's so much other things that like overshadow, I guess,
Yeah,
the problems.
like
Uh,
Zelda.
However, I will say that like we had talked about, the controller issues and stuff, and how like Zelda might drive you to buy the Pro controller, like combined with those issues. And it was not that game that did it for me. It was actually Shovel Knight, because that is more about being precise, and those like Joy-Con problems, like you're trying to like fight an enemy, and then all of a sudden your character just walks off the cliff. You're like, why? Like that that happens in Shovel Knight a lot, but that's why.
Oh, you got so did you get a Pro?
No, but I will be. And here's the thing: those things are on Amazon Prime now. They have never sold out since launch of the console. I've been checking every day.
What's
They're
that
still
sold
there?
out?
They're still there on Prime now, at least here in Austin.
I'm gonna check.
The Pro controller is on Prime now every day since launch. And it's like
Been once, I'm
available
gonna check
because I
that
add
out
it to
now.
my cart, and it shows up and it's ready to go.
So, Aaron, via your link you sent me,
Yeah.
Quick Charge is different from USB power delivery, and I'm not positive Switch supports Quick Charge. It's a different standard. So
Oh
not-
no, I was just showing that one just to compare in
Gotcha.
general, not
Gotcha.
just yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I believe Quick Charge is different based on the little research I've been doing, but I'm not
Okay.
positive. But I believe it's a different standard, and I'm not sure Switch supports it. It definitely supports the USB PD power delivery.
Yeah.
So, anyways, a lot of gear tangents. Sorry for the gear tangents. I like gear. I like charging my Switch. I like knowing at all times this thing will be charged, and
Plus, you finally get to replace that really old battery that you had from like a long time.
I did. I have that huge 5-pound battery
Yeah.
that broke because I dropped it and it's heavy. It's like a 6-pound
What?
battery. I dropped it and it broke the connector off.
Bro, you dropped a battery.
Surprised you didn't like break whatever surface it fell on.
It
I'm
was a
surprised it
big
didn't,
guy.
like,
It was
explode.
like yeah. I bought it from MacBook Air a while back, and man, I mean, it doesn't support quick charge, so useless. I mean, come on, or power delivery. I mean, but it is more convenient to charge this thing than my 3DS that has that weird connector on it. I mean, I love USB-C. And it's great that the Pro controller is USB-C, so like this little battery thing, and just plug my Pro controller for the few times a year I'll need to charge that thing.
Guys, so I'm going through my checkout right now,
Yeah.
and like Amazon is amazing because it's like, okay, you will, since I have Prime, you get 2-day shipping, and
Yeah.
it's like you go ahead and do 2-day shipping and get this on Monday, but you live in a Prime Now city, so you can get this tomorrow free, 1-day shipping.
Is that item available on Prime now?
Yeah,
The one that's not shipped
No.
until March 30th?
the second one I sent you. I'm just gonna go with that one
Not
because I don't use the power over USB at all. I'm never gonna need it.
The Switch charges faster with that. That's what it is. It makes it so that it charges as good as that wall outlet that Nintendo gave you. It's just as good as your Nintendo.
I already had
adapter.
my eyes set on this one, and I'm set in my ways. I'm gonna do it, and then I'll compare
not
it.
as good, Aaron.
I'm gonna see how it works,
Not
and
as
then
good.
we'll see.
You're gonna
We'll
get
see.
an inferior
It's too
product,
late. It's
Aaron.
too late, Tim. It's already.
Inferior product.
Would you like my
Inferior.
order
Not
number?
charge as fast. It's not charge as fast.
We're gonna see. I think it's gonna fit me perfectly. And,
Okay.
if,
I mean,
if
you're
not,
just not gonna
well,
be
well, here's
able
the
to charge
thing.
up as
I'm gonna get this tomorrow, and I'll be able to try it out. And if it doesn't work, then I'll return it, and then I'll get the other one when it's available.
Okay.
It'll be just
It'll
fine.
be
Hey
okay.
Tim, you said you're all about gear. Wouldn't you want to know if this is a good one or not?
I don't think it's as good.
No, we're gonna find out.
I mean, I'd love to find out. I would love to find out.
I will let you know. I will be like totally honest and let you know if I'm disappointed with it or if there's any problems, and we'll report back on the next episode.
I'd love you to compare charge rate. You
Yeah.
use the Nintendo adapter, playing with the screen, and
We'll
use that
do
battery.
that.
See what
I got all weekend to try it
Okay, just some tests. Did everyone download the Splatoon global test fire that plays some wonderful music for now?
I did.
Yep.
Oh, and I was very surprised on how fast it completed. I don't know if like I didn't check like the file size to
It's
see.
like 400, 500 megs.
Okay, not much.
It's pretty fast though. I downloaded
Yeah.
it from the Japanese eShop because you could do that, and I got an account there. And it's amazing when I go into the American eShop, it just says purchased. So it's the same file for
Nice.
some. Like Puyo Puyo Tetris, I think are different files because the American version doesn't have Japanese; it's just English. So for some games, they're gonna be different, but for a lot of them, it's just the
That's-
same exact file.
Very cool, because I was wondering about that. You know, whether you be able to just buy like the Japanese games and like how that transition.
Yeah, and when I
worked,
launch,
like, what would
it
be
launches in English. Like there's no Japanese stuff in my launch version because it knows I'm in America with my English region set system.
like. Nice.
And then also, yeah, since you pick which user is loading it as you start it, you use it with your American account too for playing it. The other thing I discovered is the coming soon part of the eShop is that for ones that are kind of close, it will tell you the file size. So we can tell that the Binding of Isaac is 570 megabytes, and it also tells you Japanese and English is supported with that, which is cool. The Hero Has Been Heroes is going to be 753 megabytes, and we find this is new. So I checked yesterday. Lego City Undercover was not yet available for the information, but Lego City Undercover, if you guys remember, that was like 20 gigabytes on Wii U. What do you guys think it is on the Switch?
Still pretty high, probably like 16, 17.
It is. John, do you have a guess? You are muted, John.
He is me.
Oh, I didn't know I was muted. Sorry.
That's all
8
right.
gigabytes.
Yeah, 7.1. You're close.
Nice.
But yeah, 7.1 gigabytes, and coming out April 4th. Two-player co-op, which I wonder if this supports one-player Joy-Cons.
I'm sure it does.
I'd hope so. You never played this. I would encourage you to.
No, I didn't.
I'd encourage you to get this version. But yeah, 7 gigs. So, and then Puyo Puyo will be 1 gig, and Mario Kart 8 is not yet available for that information.
It's gonna be big.
Yeah, I mean, how big was it on Wii U? It was under 10.
Like
right?
what, 8?
No,
8 or something? 10?
no, it was small. I thought.
Which game?
Mario Kart 8.
Mario
How much
Kart?
was that on Wii U?
How big was
I don't know.
I thought it was smaller than
like 5 gigs in the 5 gig area?
I thought it was pretty small. but I
Mario
don't-
Kart 8 download size. Let's see. It's interesting that Lego City got so much smaller. It's 4.9 on Wii U.
Okay.
So I got 9.7 gigabytes left. So if I get this Lego City, I'm gonna need an SD card at that point. That's
Yep.
basically how it's gonna be.
2 games.
I thought. I mean, I got some indie titles there too,
Yeah.
but 2 big games basically. But I thought I could wait till Mario Kart 8 to get my SD card. Looks like if I get Lego City, I'll need one after that. So, should we dive into our Zelda? Before Zelda, I have a fun story about the Switch. I was traveling, as one does, and I was on an Amtrak train, as one may happen himself on.
No
And
one
I
does
started
that. No one
this-
rides train anymore.
You
I've
know,
never
I
been
do
on an
to the
Amtrak.
airport from time to time, from DC to Baltimore. And I I popped out the Switch. The guy next to me looks at it and says, "That's pretty cool." Start playing it, and I put in tabletop mode, and we ended up just playing Shovel Knight together with the one Joy-Con mode a person. So, and then which is pretty cool. Like the social playing of Switch. Like I didn't know this guy. We're just playing Shovel Knight together. Like he's into games, and it's like, hey, do you want to play too? And so. Kind of a cool social aspect of this, like the spontaneous like local multiplayer. It works. It's like as advertised, like in a cool way. Like I was
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean it's the having two controllers with you at all times. That's a really cool thing, and it's cool because you don't know when you need a second controller. Is why that's cool. Like
Yeah.
You always got it.
yeah, you can always plan ahead for like, oh, I'm going to a friend's house, but you can't really plan ahead for like, oh, the stranger next to me and we are like talking and having fun. Let's play this game together. You can't plan ahead for that, so that's pretty neat.
Tim made a friend.
I made a friend. If you're listening, hello. I didn't mention the podcast. So
Well, how was the co-op in Shovel Knight?
It was a bit confusing to get started for me, like just the orientation and pressing the buttons to get into it. But once I got into it, it was lots of fun. Like, we died a lot more than I would normally, because, you're both trying to progress through the screen and everything. But yeah, if Steven is listening, hello. He lives in New York City. Wonderful person. And, yeah, hopefully we will meet up again.
Nice. Cool.
But yeah, I tried RMX and I couldn't figure out the one Joy-Con a person, and I saw it supports it, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I'll have to figure that out. But anyways, Zelda time. Let's.
I got two things real quick.
Yes.
Did we ever talk about Snipper Clips?
No.
Nope.
Have you guys played it?
I played the demo by myself and got stuck.
What? All right, Tim, you need to work on your progression.
I really do. I really do. It's hard.
I
downloaded
downloaded it, but I didn't even open it.
Yeah, it's really fun. You need to wait till you like have some people over, like not just one other person. Like wait till you have a room full of people and then play it.
Have you tried
It's
4-player of this
hilarious.
yet?
What?
Have you tried 4-player stuff?
I have not tried 4-person. No.
You don't have 4.
I didn't know there was 4-person in this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there was
Oh, yeah.
either. That's wild. But I mean, 2-player is so fun. So I had some friends, and they're like, I heard about this game, and I was like, yeah, I heard it's really fun because someone was talking about it online, and they said the craziest thing is when you're in like a second room and you hear someone else play that because you don't understand what's happening, and they're like, oh, just cut my head off a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn, and you cut off my bottom, and it's like, what? So we played it, and that's exactly what it's like, and it's so like. I don't know, it's just so much fun because you're trying to communicate to the other person, and it's frustrating but like rewarding. It's a really great like multiplayer game.
Did you get the full game or just the demo for now?
I just got the demo, but I am gonna get the full game for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be curious with the move if there will be more multiplayer gaming in my life than there is currently. So that may be something I can get. Got the demo.
Yeah. The second thing is that I've been using this little pouch as my Switch carrying case. This is my Club Nintendo like Zelda 3DS carrying pouch, and I just put the screen in here. And I throw, because I have like my bag that always has my chargers and everything in it, so I don't have to worry about it. And I just throw that into a pocket, and then I just take my Joy-Cons and put them into another pocket. And that's what I've been doing so far, but I would like to have a better case.
Yeah. Not bad.
But if anyone has a little pouch like that, keep in mind you can use that
guys,
for your screen.
Your Wii U stands, you can totally use them with the Switch.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But you got that really fancy kickstand on the back.
I do. I don't really need this, but I just going through stuff, and that's one thing I got.
If only the Wii U had USB-C and you could just reuse that dock.
Right? That would be great. Now, the Wii U somehow had used the dock, but also had a charging port on the top of the console.
Yeah.
Miraculous.
What are you saying? You wish the Switch did that?
Yeah, a little bit.
I
I don't think
sad.
it's a problem. I don't
Yeah.
think it's
It'd be
an issue.
nicer.
Yeah, but That thing's pretty tight on the inside already. Like they
Yeah,
might
it's
have to
probably
give
a
up
space
some
constraint
battery or
thing.
something.
I
Yeah,
saw the teardowns. They're pretty cool. That's quite the heat sink that thing has.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
crazy.
You
Heat
can
sink's
see it
huge.
from the top of
You
your
can't do the little
Switch.
bronze
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
heat
wanna
sink
like
is
the
insane.
bronze thing. Oh, anything else for Zelda?
That's it.
Okay, we're gonna start with non-spoiler stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is how freaking awesome Amiibo are, and having a bunch of Amiibo, and just like
Yeah.
spending like a half hour just like
When
stocking
you boot up
on
the
Amiibo
game every
goods.
time, yeah, just scan all your people.
It's great. You have all the raw meat in the world. I got the Wind
And a
Waker.
lot of good weapons.
We got the Wind Waker cap. We
A
got
lot of good arrows.
I got the hero tunic from the 8-bit Link. So I want
Oh,
all
really?
the green tunics.
Yeah, so if you have all of the things, you can get the entire, like the green, Link suit.
It's random drops, so you have to do
Yeah.
it day after day, and eventually get them set. I really want the Wind Waker Complete Six. That's my favorite Zelda up until now, so I think I want the Wind Waker one as my main.
I got the Wind Waker pants from one of my amiibo.
Yeah, okay, I got the hat. So can you just throw me your pants, and then I'll be good.
Yeah, let me throw you my pants. I'll ship you my pants.
Yeah. Oh. And I had Epona drop, but Epona got stuck on the Great Plateau, so I could not stable Epona because of the Great Plateau.
Yeah, that was a cool surprise when I scanned that amiibo. I was like, I was like, wow.
But then
What?
it's like
You didn't stable it?
I
Can
couldn't.
you ever?
No, I couldn't
I
because
think
it's on the
you-
Great Plateau.
You should get it again, though.
Why don't you
Yeah,
just
they'll
do
drop
it
again.
Yeah.
But it was really frustrating. It's like, great, now you're stuck here.
That was the first thing I got was Epona. I just scanned that. It was the first amiibo. I got the horse. I did it right outside of a stable. And then I put it in the stable, and that was it. I
Yeah, I
never
need to
even used
do
Epona, so.
that near stable because it's frustrating when you're not near stable. And it's like, I don't know how to get to a near stable.
Well, you just travel to
Yeah,
the nearest stable,
just-
the shrine.
Yep.
What? The horse doesn't teleport with you.
Yeah, but then you just go to the,
Yeah,
the
then
stable
you
and
just
say,
go
I want
talk
my
to
horse.
the guy at the stable. Yeah, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
where your horse is. He's like, oh, looks like you got a new horse.
Wait, so the horse doesn't be with me when I go
No,
to
it
the
doesn't be
stable?
with you.
No. You just go to this near stable and get your horse.
Yep.
Okay.
They like go fetch it for you.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you left it way on the other side of the map? It's okay. We'll go get it.
Seriously?
Oh, we'll have it in 5 seconds. Here it
Wait.
is.
So
Yep.
you can have
And then it
Epona-
flashes black, and then your horse is there. I don't know
Yep.
how they do it.
Evidently, Epona is afraid of fire.
All horses are afraid.
I evidently almost sent fire. Well, what I did is one of the amiibo dropped those bomb barrels, and I kind of blew that one off to see what happened.
What do you think would happen?
Well, I thought it'd blow up all the barrels around it, but I didn't realize it would also like eat up the contents of the barrels with that.
Oh
explosion.
yeah, which is pretty cool because if you know that something has like fruit in it, and you light it on fire,
Yeah,
and as
it
soon as it
cooks
breaks,
it.
then you get some baked apples or something. Yeah, pretty cool.
I did my first lightning storm attack where I used a metal weapon to make.
Oh,
the
that's
kids on
great.
fire. That's pretty wonderful. Those enemies, those what do they call them? Pig dudes. I don't know.
The Bokoblins?
Bokoblins.
Yeah, the bogoblins or
They-
the
Bokoblins.
hobgoblin.
No.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I did.
Boko-
I learned the shield surf. Pretty wonderful feel doing that. What else? What else are you guys up to?
There's so much in this game. I don't want to ruin it, but there's a lot of stuff that like I found. Okay, so temples, for example, you don't have or not. Not temples.
We'll call them temples for spoilers.
There are temples. Okay, so for the temples, guys, you don't have to do them the way that they want you to do them. I found so many cheats. Like, okay, by the time I got to the last temple for me, I beat that in like 2 minutes because I just knew all my powers. I was like, oh, I don't have to go in this order. I'm just gonna fly over this doorway, and as soon as you fly over the door and you like activate the little thing, then the door
yeah,
like the door
I know.
opens up for you, and I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, so
I know
they-
exactly what you're talking about now because
yeah.
yeah.
And there's like other ones where it's like you can go, like I was telling John about this, I think when we were playing Splatoon, you can just fly to one of the things, you activate it and then leave that temple and come back and it's still activated, go to the next one, leave and come back, and you can get to all the different ones that they don't intend for you to get to yet if you just use that method. It's pretty cheap, but
Yeah, the powers are pretty cool. Like stasis is like my go-to power to use on stuff. Like I'll be in like a shrine where there's this hard enemy, the battles, in the shrines, and you can just freeze that guardian and wail on him, and that's pretty wonderful. Like stasis is great.
Yeah, I had to use that, I think, for one of the Guardian battles. I had to keep freezing them just to be able to take them out,
Yeah.
or, take them out in a decent manner.
How many heart shares is everyone up to right now?
I got 10.
I don't know. Let me boot
I'm
mine
at
up.
I'm at 15 currently.
Aren't there only 20?
No.
Nope.
There's more than 20?
There's a lot more.
I think there's 30.
What? That's new.
And I'm working on stamina now. That's my main goal now. I got a full extra wheel and then 1/5 more than that.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
moved on from hearts to stamina because I feel that's much more important, because once you get used to the way, like the fighting it or like the combat, and you know where to get certain weapons, then it's super easy. I just stopped going for hearts.
Oh, I like about like cooking the like radishes and stuff. You get like
Oh
bonus
yeah,
hearts,
that
so,
too.
like,
Yeah, that's great.
helps you out a ton. Yeah.
There's some that will give you like a bonus of like 10 hearts extra.
I know. Yeah.
The most I have right now is plus 20.
Jeez.
And I'm just saving that one, and like, yeah.
That's insane.
Aaron, you've beaten the game, so are there big enemies that you're still facing off against?
What do you mean by that? Is there big enemies?
Like you beat the game, so you beat the big baddie. So
Yeah.
like,
There's still those mini bosses everywhere. Those like the
yeah, those
I mean-
like Hanoxes and stuff.
Yeah,
there's
and the big
like
rock
no
dudes.
other like crazy like hidden things. It's like everything that you can get to now. I mean, that's what you can go back and fight again. It's just
Okay.
going to be easier because
Yeah, you've
you're
advanced. in the
continuing to
game.
progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now,
So
I
nothing
think,
closes up when you beat the game, right? You can still access everything.
yeah,
The world just a little bit looking different, probably.
I have 15 hearts. Yeah, and my stamina wheel is not quite 2. It's like what, 1 3/4, maybe a little past that.
1 3/4 extra. So you start with 1.
Yeah, so no, just the 3/4 extra. So not quite 2 full yet.
So Aaron, I'm at 15 hearts, and I've got a full extra wheel and a 1/5 extra.
Yeah.
So I got many
did
more
too
shrines
much.
on my belt, don't I?
Yeah, you got more shrines done.
Because I've
Well,
only
wait,
done
I have
2
like
temples too.
I have 4 more that I can go turn in, and go get something right now.
Okay, yeah,
so, but I
But
was
yeah,
like,
so my main objective, got all the towers. That was my first goal. Now I'm like shrine hunting, and I'm slowly making my way through temples.
no.
Yeah, I'm trying to buy up as much clothes as I can. I want all the clothes, like in this whole game. I want all the clothes. Because clothes, I like changing them.
Have you been upgrading your clothes at the fairy fountains?
I did that once.
How many fairy fountains have you found?
What? Wait. That was the first thing I did, Tim. I went and unlocked all the fairy fountains, upgraded all of my clothes, and then I went and played the game.
Yeah,
So that's why
that's pretty
things
great.
are a little different. Things were so easy, guys, because like my like armor is like maxed, and people hit me, and it does 1/4 of a heart of damage.
Jeez.
I
Wow.
have found 2 fairy fountains at this point. 2 fairy
Okay.
fountains.
Nice.
You're gonna need a lot of money to get that last one.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is. Yeah.
I've been spending money on a lot of things. I'm like poor again. Like I do like how much money you can make by just like killing things and like. just
I've been
going-
I've been hoarding those like rocks that are worth a lot, and I have like so many I need to just go like change in and like.
Yeah,
I
'cause,
just
like,
sell all of my ore. Yeah, because you can get it back like really fast.
Yeah, because they're. I mean, I do see myself just like going to like farm and like gather stuff to sell because like I'm poor again because I bought something that's needs more money. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, you're about to need 500.
Yes, I am. Which I had at one point like 10,000 rupees.
Holy cow, 10,000.
Yeah, then I spent
Yeah,
it
that's
all.
what I.
Then I spent it all
mine
on like
in
clothing,
the
and,
thousands,
like,
guys.
random stuff.
I'm at like 2,000.
Yeah,
That's where I'm about like right now. But I always have at least that much.
so my clothes, I've got a 5. I got some 5 pants. I got some 5 shirts, and 3 headgear.
I'm not even wearing my strongest stuff, and my total right now is 60.
60.
60 for defense, yeah. I can go up to if I just change the helmet, I'm at 72.
Now, so did it just upgraded? I don't get to pick what it upgrades. Is that right?
What do you mean?
When I went to the Fairy Fountain, it didn't ask me which one do I want to upgrade, does it?
Oh yeah, it does. It's like you select. So when you go talk to the fairy, and then it's like, what do you want to upgrade? And then it comes up with the list of all your armor.
Oh, that's
and
right.
then
Yeah, I
you
did
get
do
to
that. Never mind.
choose.
Yeah. Okay.
How many inventory slots you guys up?
I've been
things?
focusing on the weapons.
Yeah, weapons. I'm 4 away from maxing it out.
At 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 10.
They get expensive though.
I got 14 weapon
a
slots.
lot of seeds. You need a lot of seeds.
I have 16 weapon slots.
Okay. Evidently, there's 900 Korok seeds in this game.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's insane.
I'm
Jeez,
I'm ready to find them all.
900.
The guy who works for IGN as of Sunday, I believe it was, he's working on the like review. I forget his name. Sorry, but he said that he has like finished the game already, and he has been working on completing it. And then when he went and checked his completion, it said 15%.
Yeah.
And,
Can you
like,
see
he's
your
been-
completion yet?
Yeah,
I
what's your
haven't
completion
looked.
at?
Oh, but where do you check it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It
I
doesn't
think you have to
unlock
unlock
until
it
a
or
certain
something,
point
yeah.
in the game that we're
I've
not
already
at.
finished it, so
Obviously, you have not.
let's see. It has to be in here somewhere. I just don't know. But yeah, that's got to be frustrating when you're like, oh yeah, I finished the game.
I
That's
spent
gotta be
100
exciting,
hours.
actually. I'd be rather excited by that.
That means you're gonna spend almost 1,000 hours.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot to do.
That's a lot.
It gets
That's a lot
harder
of
and harder to
games.
find shrines, though, too. So, like,
Well, yeah, because they're
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 less
like
visible.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you got little shrine quests that they make you go like do stuff and get the
Yeah.
shrines.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, some of them I'd like to talk about, but I don't feel I want to because there's some really cool ones that I don't want to spoil. But so one of the shrines, one of my favorite shrines in this whole game, is a shrine where all you do is just burn the whole shrine to the ground. You just have a torch and you just go in there and just burn everything that's burnable. It's so much fun. You just burn stuff.
Yeah, I think I've done that one.
That one was
Yeah.
great. It's like I love burning stuff. That was awesome.
I like the ones, the one with the electricity where it makes you kind of finish the circuits, and you have to like get the electricity from one spot to the other. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys have done that one. That one I enjoyed.
And then one of them you have to like use stasis to like hit balls, and that can get frustrating if you don't aim right.
There's the baseball one. Did you guys do the baseball one?
Not yet, no.
I mean, it's not technically baseball, but it's literally you have to hit a ball, freeze it in time, then
Oh
hit it.
yes, I
I think I
did
might
do
have.
that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pretty cool
There's
ones.
one's kind of
that you
like
have
there's
to
one's
do.
like one's a lot like golf too. There's a lot
Oh,
of stuff.
that one was frustrating because I don't know if you went and did the second part of that, like, because you know how a lot of those shrines have
Like
like
treasure
the main
chest.
thing, and yeah, and there's like a chest that you gotta go do the second part for.
Yeah.
There's
No, I
one
did- I
like
don't think
that
I
on
did
that
that.
one, and it's so frustrating, but it's worth it. Yeah. I'm taking a look at like an article right now, and apparently this YouTuber who tries to 100% complete like a lot of games, he tries to do it in a week. His name is The Completionist.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Was talking to like Numa about this, and he said he was talking about his series of completing games, and then like Numa said, first of all, it's going to be like impossible for you to 100% complete this game. That was his quote. It's
He
impossible.
said impossible.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see.
Impossible.
What if they put something in there where it really is impossible? Like if you make a choice, you can't get a certain item. It's like you.
They did that in Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah, there was a certain item, like if you did one thing wrong, like you're like, all right, can't get that anymore. Sorry. It was like one of the collectibles. It was like, zoom, no. Start over. It was like an N64 token. Like they had a hidden N64 token in the game, and like couldn't get to it if you did something wrong. What if what if it's programmed to never go to 100%?
Yeah, it just says 99.
99% forever. It's like, even if you do everything in the game that's possible, it still never goes to 100%.
Oh, wait, no. A new article just came out 2 days ago. Someone already 100% it.
Oh, there you go.
And
how many hours?
I'm going to go ahead and say this. They're saying there is no reward for 100% complete. It just happens.
That's funny.
Here's the breakdown. Let's see.
And did you guys know you can sort your stuff?
Yeah, did you press Y?
Yeah, that's pretty wonderful.
All right, so they made a breakdown of all the different things. If you guys want to hear this, they said there's 18 memories, 76 side quests, 15 main quests, 42 shrine quests, 14 resurrection towers, 385 high roll compendium, and 84 mini bosses.
Have you guys been doing the take pictures of stuff? The kind
Yes.
I have, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Every time
It took
I
me
get
a while.
something
It took me
new.
a while to realize what I was supposed to do. Like I saw those little boxes and I was like, what am I supposed to do? And then I realized, oh, they want me to like take pictures of everything. Like,
Yeah, it's
And
really
you can buy
great.
you can buy pictures at the lab as well.
oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
So,
if you just-
yeah, I don't really like to buy this stuff. I feel like that's a waste.
you know,
Yeah, I kinda
I
like
did it
going-
a couple times just to see what they would give me.
Yeah.
Do you know, Aaron? So there's flying guardians. There's the land guardians.
Hmm.
Are there tiny guardians? What are these tiny guardians?
There are tiny ones.
What are those?
Well, they're just like,
The ones in the shrines?
yeah, they're the ones in the shrines. Those are the small ones. Then you have the land ones that are like with the
The
multiple
ones in the
legs.
shrines.
So the ones in the shrines just are holding weapons in their hands, and like, okay, you told me
So
you did
those
like the
are tiny
major
guardians.
test of strength. Yeah, those are tiny guardians.
Yeah.
I need to take a
And they have
picture
the-
of one of
they have-
those.
They have the
I'm
flying
worried
guardians.
I'm worried I won't come across another battle. No, what am I saying? Of course
You can
I
just
will.
go back. Yeah,
You could just go back and do it.
No, they're all being up.
Oh, you can't redo the shrines?
No,
Once you're done,
no.
you're done?
Once you're done, you're done with the battle one.
What? Even the battles?
Yeah.
they are out
interesting.
there. They're in the wild. I've seen.
Are
them.
they?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to find one of those for sometime I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else in the non-temple part of the show?
When you're in a temple, use your slate, your sensor thing, for like the Hyrule Compendium, all that for a treasure chest. It's my little pro tip. Put that on because then when you're in a temple, you're like, because as you guys know, when you finish like one of those temples, it tells you, "Are you ready to leave? You can't come back." Right? So you don't want to
Yeah.
miss anything. Just put that treasure chest seeker on, and you'll make sure that you don't lose stuff.
Yeah.
Good tip. That's nice.
So I must say, I am really lacking in the fire eras. I've got 25 regulars, 45 ices, 33 shocks, and 40 bombs, but no fires.
What about ancient arrows?
Ancient eras.
Because those are the ones that take
many
out
arrows.
guardians in,
Yeah,
like,
one
one
hit
hit,
kill in the
What?
eye.
What are these ancient eras? I've never heard of these.
Yeah, it should progress
It's the one they showed in the very first trailer for this game ever.
I've not run across this in this game yet.
They're the ones with the blue guardian lights on them.
So there is another. Wait, are we doing spoilers and everything?
Well,
I guess we just did, kind of.
Well, I mean that's on the amiibo, so I guess that's not really that.
That is true. It is on the amiibo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like saying there's a master sword when they gave you one in the master version of the game.
Yeah.
We know there's a Master Sword. That's like saying there's going to be a Zelda game without Link.
Yeah. We won't say how to get it though, because that's spoiler.
There's some other creatures that we could maybe talk about but it's probably totally spoiler related, so we might not want to.
Okay.
What creatures are you?
There's 4 of them.
Yes. Let's talk.
Yes.
Let's talk.
Okay.
Do you guys want to dive into the first temple, the Zora Temple?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Sure.
So from here on out, we're gonna spoil the Zora Temple. So if you don't want to know about the Zora Temple, stop listening. We'll be back next time for level 158, and you can come back to this section of the podcast when you're ready for it. And with that warning, the spoiler horn has been switched on. And then here we go.
Oh my God, Ganon's in the game.
What?
There are 4 Ganons, evidently.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize, guys. Apparently, you can stand on top of
A guardian?
this. No, look where I am right now. Like,
I haven't been there yet, I don't think. I've been close to there. I don't think I've
Where are you?
this is on top of Hyrule Castle. Like, you can stand on top of like a
What?
platform. Like, look how high up I am.
That's
It's
crazy.
It still looks like that after you beat the game? It still looks all nasty and
Oh,
stuff?
well, because you know what it does? It saves right before you beat the boss, and it puts a little. So, like, here's what it does.
Oh, so you can always go play it again?
Yeah, like if I go to load, do you see how my thing has a star there? I can just continue with that save, and then every time you save on that one, like if I go to save, it's got a little star there too, and then so you know that's my completed save.
Okay.
So, okay. Curious. So if you wanted to really beat it, you have to beat it, the boss again after you 100% or 99%.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what they intend for you to do.
Okay. So I'll just wait to beat Ganon until I'm at 99%.
Well, good luck with that, because
Yeah.
you're probably never gonna beat him. Tim.
Ugh.
Like if you wait.
900, you're going to find 900 of those seeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine, all of them. I'm joking. I'm of course going to progress through the story. I have found I've been 2 temples and I found kind of where I need to go for the 3rd one, and so I think I'll beat the game in the next couple weeks here. That's my guess. I want to go slow enough though. I want more shrines. I wanted to go in
Tim,
the leisure
if
pace.
you don't make a steady progress in this game, then I'm going to start dropping things into our chat. Just
I mean,
oh
I already
yeah,
kinda
do you remember this
spoiled-
part in the game? And then
Yeah.
it'll ruin it for you.
I'm further along than John is, so let's just put that up there.
Not
I
necessarily.
I don't think you
I'm
are.
2 temples down, John, and I found
There's-
the 3rd one.
I'm
It's
in the
really-
2nd temple, and I've done plenty of shrines, and I've done a lot of side quests, too. I've done...
But I'm about to start Temple 3.
Yeah, I could go and jump into Temple 3 at any second, man.
Yeah?
As soon as I'm done. I can go straight to Temple 3, yeah. No
You
problem.
really can?
Yeah,
Oh, your Temple
I think so.
3 is a different Temple 3 from my Temple 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So Zora Temple.
Zora Temple.
It took me a while to get to the Zora place, like a lot of walking to get there. That's how-
Well, so when it starts, you are like, as you were saying, a lot of people give you clues about going that way, and they're talking about finding the prince.
Mm-hmm.
And then along your way, you have a lot of people that are saying, you know, like that they're looking for like a Hylian and stuff, and even like they put them along your path there in like a very like natural way, because of course you're gonna go to the tower first because that stands out, and you go to the tower, and then there's someone on top who's like, hey, the prince is right down there, and it even like points to it, so you
Yeah.
can, like see it.
Like, zooms in on it. It's like,
yeah.
this guy right here.
Yeah, way down there. But like that is the only temple that does that. It's like the only hand holding you get in the game is like, go this way, and that's it.
Yeah, I was
And
kind of
then
waiting
from
for
that-
Temple 2. It's like, when are they going to bug me about the next dude?
No, it won't
They
happen.
never did it.
No, they don't care.
Yeah.
I just kind of stumbled across the temple. I didn't like, even like, I'm like, I guess this is it. I think I'm here. And, you know, no like warnings. They really just, naturally
Yeah.
found it first.
I love the new, I love the swimming gear. Swimming gear is
Oh.
so great.
Yeah.
Swimming up
I
a
really like
waterfall,
this. Swimming up waterfalls is
that
fun.
is wonderful.
Yeah, that's really cool. And you do like the glide at the top, so you can
Well,
Yeah.
shouldn't like we talk about it in like the way it happens and how you get that stuff? Or
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
all right. So then, when you're walking down the road, right? Then the prince is like, "I will meet you at the town," right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So then you're going along, and there's all these like it's like raining the whole time.
Oh
which
yeah, yeah.
means you're like
nonstop rain.
susceptible to like electricity and stuff. And then there are all the enemies are shooting like electric arrows at you the entire way. Which was pretty tough. I don't know. What I ended up doing for most of that is just skip it. Did you guys skip a
Yeah,
lot
I just
of it?
ran.
I just
No,
ran.
I climbed and took I climbed up. I was like, where can I go to cut off all of this? And I just took that path and it was hilarious. It's pretty great you can do that. Just climb and go around.
Yeah,
it's
you
raining.
can outsmart the game.
You
Yeah,
can't climb in the rain.
You can if you're smart about it, Tim.
you
can
gotta jump
climb
at certain times.
Yeah, yeah, just like climb a little bit, and then you're like, oh wait, I haven't slipped in a few seconds. Jump, and then you'll jump, and then you make it. There's a lot of like try and fail, but you can do it.
Try and fail and fail again.
Yeah.
Did Wind Waker have a stamina meter when you're gliding?
No,
I don't think so.
I was
I think
trying to remember that.
Skyward Sword was the first game with
Yeah.
this meter.
Okay. So you're
So-
walking in the town.
You walk into town and
yeah,
you find the town and you find what's his name, Sidon.
I love Sidon. He's such.
Is that his name?
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he kind of like
I don't
smiles at
remember.
the camera.
He's
It's the
like
guy,
a
the
movie
prince.
star.
That's like the dude who like
He's
you
like-
know,
He's the movie star.
Oh yeah, yeah, the prince. Okay, yep.
and he like
He
even
is
I think
good.
he's the only character who like looks straight at the camera and he like smiles and gets like a little like
He gives you a
in
little
his- in his
thumbs up,
teeth.
but
yeah,
with
he
a
gives a little
feather.
thumbs up. Yeah.
hilarious.
What does he have you do? He has you
Get shock arrows.
gotta get the shock
Oh,
arrows.
That
first.
part
Yeah.
was pretty fun.
I
have
did
to
not
go-
like that part. That Lionel dude.
Yeah.
I had to hide from that guy.
It was really easy because it's raining, and if you already have the Sheikah gear, as I had,
I did
the
not.
entire set, you put it on.
Where
and
did you
mine was
get
already-
that already? Where
You
did you
can
get the
buy it.
Sheikah gear
You can buy
already?
it.
You go to Kakariko Village, you buy the
buy it.
Sheikah gear, and
I didn't know
then
it was
you
in that
go
village.
find all the fairy fountains and max it out so that way you have full sneak and you just walk around and no one can hear you. Guys, I was running before and people can't hear me. Like I'm right by them.
Wow.
It's really great.
Brilliant, Aaron.
Yeah,
Oh,
and so
gosh.
what I did for that part is put that on, take off all of like my gear. I didn't have any weapons or anything, and I just walked around and picked up all the shock arrows that are like around the outskirts. Never even fought the Lionel. Just and then I
Oh,
fought,
I never
or
fought
the-
him either.
Yeah, and then
I
just
tried
flew
it
down.
first, and I got my butt handed to me. So I thought I had to have him like shoot at me, and I collected the arrows that he shoots. I didn't realize I could just like, oh, there's arrows just scattered all around here.
However,
I like
you
that.
can do that.
Alternatively,
yeah.
you could just use Amiibo and collect the
Yeah,
arrows.
I already had enough arrows because they were like, you need to have at least 20. I was like, I
Yeah.
have like 45, but I still went up there and did it.
Yeah, I did not use Amiibo at that point in the game. I didn't start using it until later. But
Yeah,
like,
me either.
Yeah,
like,
I
you
didn't
could
use
totally
it that
bypass that part in the game with Amiibo.
I like
Or
how
you
they
can
kind
go
of
around the map.
line you up to jump off the cliff back to the Zora temple, and it's kind of like that was the first time I kind of realized like, oh wow, I can
I
use this to get like
think I
everywhere.
fast traveled to the shrine.
You didn't what? You they literally had to
What?
put you on a cliff.
Oh
next
wait,
to it.
they didn't let me fast travel at that point in the game. Never mind.
Oh, they
That
did.
was one of the points they
They did?
disabled fast travel.
Yeah, you literally just jump off the cliff, and it's like, hey, you're here now.
Yeah, I do like that there is a shrine in the Zora village. It's very helpful.
Yeah, and they put that crazy sword behind it too. That's like one of the first crazy weapons you get. Like you'll find, at least I did, was that big sword they put behind that shrine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and then so once you get done with the Lionel, what? I don't know. You go back to the town.
And he's like, all right, we got to swim up and stop that thing.
Yeah.
With the elephant from
The elephant.
shooting the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The elephants.
Oh, and that's where you
spread the
get
water.
the suit. That's where he gives you the chess piece.
Yeah, he's like, you're gonna need this because we're gonna need to swim up the water.
There's also
things,
the
right?
bigoted racist dude.
Oh yeah, don't forget about that guy.
What, the little like grumpy old Zoro guy?
Yeah, so
yeah, the grumpy old. I don't want
Yeah.
to. Yeah, grumpy old. white man.
he's mad because what's her name? Mifa. She's the princess.
Yeah.
From 100 years ago, is like she was in love with Link, basically.
Yeah. Apparently, that's like this is like the biggest thing in the game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like, oh, like
It's like a whole like
Like,
yeah.
Zelda. Like what the like?
and like Zelda seemed to hate Link through the entire
Yeah,
game.
she does.
Like,
Yeah, she
There,
does.
there are
She's-
some flirty scenes with Zelda and Link, I must say. There are some of those.
Really, the vibe I got was like, why does this guy have to be here? I hate this guy.
There's some
Like-
flirty vibes. But it did remind me of Ocarina, where I think did the Zora princess in that game have a thing for Link too in that game?
But Link seemed to have a thing in this game.
What's that?
Link seemed to have a thing for her too. It wasn't like a
Well,
one-way
yeah.
street. It was like
Yeah.
It was like they were
has,
into- they were into
everybody
each
has
other.
hots for Link in this game, I must say.
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't think everyone does. I thought it was only those two. That's the
No,
only
there's
ones
lots
that
of
I got
people.
the
There's lots
feel.
of NPCs that like you can stay in my house.
Oh, I do remember some out in like the desert that were saying some interesting things.
Yeah, there's
but-
there's a lot of energy.
Energy.
there is. Oh man, I don't want. Okay, we'll wait till we get to that temple.
Yeah, we'll
before I
wait.
say-
We'll wait. But yeah, I did love the story parts with the Zora princess and everything, and just that whole interaction. Very sad
Yeah, the
though.
vo- voice acting was good and stuff.
The spirit is dead, and too bad.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the temple? The water.
Oh
temple.
yes.
So
Alright,
getting up to it, we had to fight off the things.
You got a sheet. They had you. This is kind
Did
of
they
my
use
first
ice? Was it
encounter.
ice that we had to use to block the stuff?
The electric, right? Didn't she use the shock arrows?
Yeah, you had to use shock arrows.
But also you
They
had to
flung
use-
in the air.
You had to use
What?
the water ice thing to block things, right?
No, so those were flying in at you, like, so they would shoot stuff at you, right? And you had to use the cryonis thing to like break the things as they were.
Oh yeah, you had to break it. Yeah, that's right.
You could do a couple things. You could have froze them. You could have thrown bombs at them. There was like a
Coulda
couple different
even
ways.
done, like,
Oh,
fire
okay.
arrows, right? Could
Yeah,
you-
fire arrows I think would take them out. Yeah. So it really kind of depends on what gear you had.
Now,
Yeah.
when I got up to that part, though, I will say, like, I had the most fun in a video game that I've had in a very long time. On that, like the intro part. So you're riding on the prince's back, and you're like going
Yeah.
around, and then you like jump up, and then you like pull out your bow,
I
and it
love the
freezes
slow
time,
down.
and you're like shooting all the arrows, and then you just go back on his back, and then you like launch yourself up those like waterfalls. It's great.
Yeah, the frozen time stuff. Man, that's so good.
Yeah, I do like that. That's fun. Doing the parachute or the paraglider into the slow bow.
It uses
Slow
so
bow.
much stamina to do the frozen time, but it's great.
Does it? I've never really paid attention. I
Yeah,
guess it
you'll
does.
drain pretty fast if you do that.
I don't know. I feel like once you get enough stamina, though, it doesn't really become
it's
an
better.
issue.
It's better for sure.
Because I find
It-
that I'm hanging in there too long. I'm like, can I get out of here? Like,
And
I feel-
yeah.
I feel like if I'm ever in an area where I need stamina, it's really like I have so many mushroom things that I've cooked. It's
Yeah.
usually easy to eat something, and like if I'm on a cliff, I'm like I know I need more. I can just eat something. Usually, it's not a problem.
What's your go-to recipe for making stamina stuff?
so for me, I find that the best recipes is to keep it simple, right? Like just like 'cause you can put in like 5 items, but I don't get as much stuff or like as much like healing from those. So I will just take the one item that I need and cook that for the most part.
Yeah.
Because like if it's a stamina mushroom, for example, or like a fish or something, you're gonna get like the most effect just by cooking that thing by itself. Or if you do what are they called? Where you cook it with like the monster parts, like elixirs.
Yeah, elixirs.
I haven't
Those-
made any
those are
elixirs
pretty good.
yet.
Because if you just mix like one of those, like a fish part with like a like a monster horn, yeah, you'll get a lot of good stuff.
Cool. So the Divine Beast. No, not a temple. Divine Beast.
Not a well.
Still a
you
temple.
can say that. Still a temple. Still a
What
dungeon.
do you guys think of this?
I think that's way too easy. I think all the bosses are easy. I think that
Yeah.
once I got
I'd
used
agree
to
with
the
that.
game, it took me about, I don't know, maybe 10 hours of playing, and once I got used to the combat, I feel like the game was easy.
It did take me a bit to figure out like moving the trunk around and stuff like that. But once I figured it out, I figured it out.
Did you guys look up anything? Did you have to look anything up, or did you make it
I
through?
haven't looked up anything so far.
Really?
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah, pretty proud of myself.
I
But I think I will now for sure. That it's like I just didn't want to
Yeah.
ruin like the story. So
I'm trying to remember. I think I may have looked up one little thing on the elephant to get me through it.
I think the dungeon was it was good. Like there were some decent things you had to figure out. But the boss, once you got once you figured out all you got to do is just run a little you figure out when to run away and then when to hit them with arrows, and it was like, all right, this is easier than the things I was meeting out in Hyrule Field,
yeah,
those bosses guardians were hard. Guardians are still harder than any of the bosses I've
Yeah.
met, and
I forget how I took him down. I might have stasised him and I attacked him with the sword at some point, not even arrows.
I didn't think about freezing him. That's a decent idea.
But I definitely used the shock arrows. It's like, oh, I have 20 shock arrows for a reason, right? Let me use these guys on.
Yeah, I just use a crap ton of arrows and sometimes bombs. I just threw some
So-
bombs.
I since I kind of did my playthrough where I went and got all of the gear and maxed it out, I found this one thing. It was like a helmet. It gives you attack power up. I don't know if you guys have got this. It's like a barbarian helmet. It's really great. You get it from a shrine.
Okay.
And I
Is that the
leveled that
skull
thing
helmet?
up. Yeah.
Okay.
And I just wore it it's like my thing now. I wear it everywhere unless I need something else.
Yeah, I wear the climbing bandana.
I did do that until I found this, but I put that on and you do so much damage, and I always make sure I use elixirs or food that give me 3 attack up. It's got the 3 swords on it, and so I just run around and kill stuff so
And you're
fast.
doing
Like those
it with the Master
Hinoxes.
Sword, too.
Yeah, well, sometimes I don't really use the Master Sword because I have other things that do more damage. I tend to go for the two-handed swords because
I don't
I'll
like those.
find-
'Cause I like the shield. I like my shield.
Well, I never have to use a shield because I do so much damage.
Right.
I'll run up to something, I press and hold the spin move or whatever with a two-handed sword. Just spin around and kill everything before my stamina runs out, and then I'll pick up all their stuff and run off.
I like
And that
being
even
able
works
to.
with Hinoxes too. You can kill them in one spin.
Really,
Yeah, with all those attacks
Oh, wow.
maxed up.
last time I fought one of those, it knocked me off. The cliff I was on, and I had one heart left, so I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna land in the water and I'll be fine." But no, it knocked me off, and my head hit a rock, and it killed me. As soon as I hit the rock instead of the water. It was
So I
kind of-
killed a Hinox, and it has a little orb, but I don't know where the orb goes.
I think you can make stuff out of it or something.
No,
You're talking
it has
about
a necklace.
it's like a necklace thing. It's
Oh,
gonna
the
go
necklace,
onto
yeah.
a plate, and that plate is gonna give you a
I
shine
couldn't
or something.
find the plate.
Get up high.
Keep
You
looking.
can't carry that thing up high then.
No, just you need to get up high first and look around. and then-
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yep.
So yeah, we took out the boss pretty easily. I feel it took a little bit to figure out that middle part for me. That little
Platform. They're on little platforms.
the middle thing which rotates around took a little bit for me.
I don't recall this.
Where he spins around.
There's a treasure chest in that little thing that spins.
I don't know what you're
There's
talking
a
about.
treasure chest.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
There's-
about. There's
the-
it's the big circle thing where the water hits it and it spins.
Oh, I know. Oh,
Yeah, it took me
yeah,
a bit
I
to
know
get
what you're talking about.
the elephant trunk right and all that. And that.
I just had to go back and forth from his face to the edge of the trunk 3 times before I got to where I needed to go.
But anything else on the Zora Divine Beast?
It looked cool.
Yeah. when you get done with these temples, a pretty cool little cinematic happens. It like shows, the thing, whatever it's tormenting the people with, and this one was the rain. It stops, and then like the character or the champion comes out, their spirit. They talk to you a little bit, and then like the beast climbs up to a perch.
This is my
and-
favorite part.
Yeah, this
Right?
is so
yeah,
good.
it's so great.
And it climbs up the mountain, and then
It swims first, Aaron.
oh yes, it
Oh,
swims,
that was
like-
the best part. Like what?
which was like impossible. It just like drops down, and then all of a sudden it's down the river, and I'm like, what?
I know.
And the
Yeah.
frustrating,
That,
the
like,
frustrating
they
thing
just-
was I thought I saw a
dropped him.
shrine when it was swimming, and I could not locate that shrine afterwards.
Oh,
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah.
I like the roar. It like roars. It's like.
And I tried to go
Shoots like a
back
laser.
into the temple, it did not let me.
Yeah, you can't go back into it. However, you can
You
fast
fast
travel
travel.
to those.
Fast
which is
Don't
travel.
really
get too,
great.
great.
just don't get too close.
Yeah, don't get too close. It'll put you back.
It shoots lasers.
What? I didn't get hit with lasers.
No, at
Well, it shoots a laser at
Hyrule.
Hyro.
Oh yeah, yeah. It shoots a laser, which is
lot of
weird
lasers in this
because I don't know. We'll talk about that later. But
Yeah.
What the what
the
it's
lasers and
Oh,
how
lasers.
they're
A lot of
we'll talk
lasers?
about it. So
Apparently.
there ends up.
I
being
love
four-
the power you get. Like, it's great having getting killed and being resurrected.
Oh, it heals you. Yeah.
So
It's
here's
so
the
great.
thing, guys.
Mia's grace.
It's so great.
I thought that was a one-use item because I went into my thing and it said it showed it right, and it said like enabled or whatever, and then I was like, I want to save this, so I disabled it. And guys, I didn't use that thing all the way up
Did you beat the
until
game
probably
without
like
using
my
that?
no, probably like my last 5 hours of the game. I turned it off.
Why
I
did they
didn't-
even let you disable it?
I guess you can disable all those things if you don't want to use them, which I could see why. There's one that you get to where I'm like, I don't want this on, and I turned it off. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Curious
Interesting.
which one that one will be.
Me too.
I'll know soon, I'm sure. But yeah, I love that Link's girlfriend is the Zora.
Hey, whoa. Oh, the girl. Okay, I thought you were gonna.
Zora spirit. Link's got a spirit girlfriend.
Yeah, it's weird. He's got a little like paranormal thing going on.
Yeah, a little paranormal something. The memories are really hard to find. I've found in this game.
I've stumbled.
They
like,
are very hard to
kinda
find.
stumbled
Yeah,
I found a
across them,
couple.
Yeah.
Found a couple.
I found them all, but
I think I found
it's
8,
tough.
maybe 6 or 7. I think 8. Maybe I have 8 remaining. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
some you get naturally through the storyline,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one that, like, I was like, I'm not gonna finish this game until I beat. Because I had like text you, I'm gonna beat the game tonight or whatever. I
Yeah.
didn't because I was looking for this one memory, and it took forever to find. And it was like, why would they put it right here? I'm gonna tell you, there's nothing around it to give you a clue that there might be a memory here. It's in the middle of nowhere.
There's. Oh, have you guys reached the edge of the world yet?
Well, I've reached
Yeah.
the ocean.
No, there's a point where it says you can't go any further.
Yeah, it
Ah,
happens a lot in like the desert. You can go to that edge.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the world ends. That's how they handle that.
Well, I know on once like the like northeast side of the map, there's like like a beach. It's like a ocean side and stuff.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, I didn't figure out the rafts, and I just flew everywhere. And then, so I ended up, I figured out the Korok leaf thing.
Yeah, the
But
wind.
for a while, it's like, I'm just gonna fly to this island, and I ended up making it to the far off islands.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zora area pretty cool. There's also this guy that will build like a trident thing with a diamond and a Zora spear and stuff. So there's like, if you give him like tools, he'll build you this awesome weapon.
Yeah.
Is that
You
in
done that,
the
Aaron?
little Zora area?
I did not do it. It's a side quest. So you go talk to someone, and then they give you that side quest, and it's just that spear that you get from completing the shrine.
Ah, yeah,
the
that's a
thing
pretty
anyway.
good spear.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spear, but it only does like 20 some damage. So I was like,
Not
Yeah.
good enough for him.
I love spears though. They're so
Yeah,
fast.
spears are really great
fast
because of their
attack.
range.
They're the well, it's range and you can really quickly attack many times over, so they're always caught off guard.
yeah. And the spears seem to penetrate the shields pretty easily too.
Okay.
So
Anything else on this temple or other Zelda stuff?
Mm.
are you guys taking a lot of screenshots?
Oh yes, I'm using
got,
them
like,
as like
is
reminders
60
for
going.
quests. Like, oh, this is what I'm looking for.
I wish there was a way to upload them to the internet besides like Twitter
Yeah, yeah.
Or Facebook.
or Facebook. Yeah, like upload them to my like. I wish my Nintendo account had like an album where I could go on like a web page and get them all from or something.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
nice.
be really great. Why don't they?
Instead of like having to like grab the SD card and like get the full res version off like my off that. But no, I've been taking a lot. I got like 60 screenshots. Yeah, I actually really like.
60? I just
Yeah.
looked at mine. I have 496.
Jesus, wow. I was gonna say I really like the screenshot button, but I guess Aaron likes it even more than I do.
Okay,
Well,
let's
I
check
like
this
my
out.
screenshots because they really help with like
Remembering stuff,
recipes.
or-
That's like the number.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
recipes. I used it for recipes too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
That's a
like,
good idea.
here's a recipe, right? And I just like take a screenshot, and I'm like, there we go. And then if I ever want to make that again, I have it.
So
was
I've been using
Friday
it when I like.
I've got 102 screenshots so far.
Wow. Okay, I'm behind on my screenshots.
So I found. So this is my. I made this one here. This one.
It looks like it's all like some bass, hydro
It
bass.
gives me two. It gives me 2 extra stamina and a fifth. It's pretty good. It involves 3 Hyrule herbs and 2 Staminoka bass.
Yeah, those are good bass
Pretty simple.
for stamina, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I like to make some pretty cool stuff like omelets. As, like,
Oh yeah, I made an omelet.
With
Made an
eggs,
omelet.
yeah.
Yeah. And like soups. I like soups.
I haven't made a soup.
Or pies. You can make pies really great.
What?
Oh yeah, I saw someone made apple pie on pie
Yeah, you
day.
make apple pie. You can make like pumpkin pie. It's
cool.
pretty great.
That's awesome.
Lots of elixirs.
I must say, I love just how fast it is to get back, like, turn your system from sleep to
Oh
on again.
yeah, that's really
Like
great.
on Wii U, you turn it off and you have to go through the whole boot process again. Even though I had the quick start, like it still was like
Had to
okay,
boot
coming
up. Yeah.
Switch is like, oh, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, it's definitely the fastest since like GameCube to get into a game.
Totally.
It is very fast.
Anything else?
Faster than the 3DS? I don't know.
It
Yeah.
is faster than 3DS. That thing
Yes.
takes a good like 20 seconds to load all my icons on a home screen.
Yeah.
Got a lot of icons. I think I maxed out and I had to delete a game because I had too many games.
What?
I had storage room for it, but the number of icons or games exceeded the 300 limit. You can only have 300 games installed on 3DS at any single time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Switch does
games.
not have the limitation.
We'll see.
We'll see. So, where can folks find you on the interwebs, Mr. Aaron Rivera?
You can find me all over at AL Rivera 423. I'm also going to go ahead and throw out my friend code again since it's still pretty new. It's 157110150542 on the Switch.
Cool deal. What's you, Mr. John?
Oh, you can find me at John Wesley A. And let me get. I guess I should get my friend code. Hey, it says Aaron's online.
Yeah.
Oh, is my Wi-Fi working now? Hey, my Wi-Fi's working now. Okay, cool.
Yay.
My friend code is I don't know where to find it. 4744-6486-5692.
Cool deal. You can go to youtube.com/tchatten for the video version of the show. That's youtube.com/tchaten. You can friend me on the Switch at 096436735013. And yeah, we'll be playing Splatfest once that is out, and hopefully Fast RMX gets that friend version of
Friend update, yeah.
Friend update, yeah. With that, back next time for level 158. Keep switched it up with the Switch. I don't know. Got to find a good tagline to end it. That didn't quite work. But anyways, have a good week. Talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.